Hello, I am Coach Irene. I have been teaching English language for more than 5 years. In this video, I will be teaching you adverbs, the types of adverbs, comparatives, superlatives, adverb position, and how to use adverbs correctly. Let's jump right in. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word that modifies or provides additional information about verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They help to explain details like how, when, where, to what extent, or in what manner something happened. Modify in this sentence means a word or phrase that changes the meaning of a word to provide more details about its frequency, manner, place, time, or degree. They include quickly, slowly, carefully, happily, loudly, now, yesterday, soon, already, outside, nearby, very, quite, almost, always, often. Each of these adverbs modifies verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs to give more detail or clarify meaning. Adverbs are important because they answer some questions in our sentences. Questions like when, where, how much, how often, and more. Examples: Favor saw her mother yesterday. You can put the box there. He ran quickly to the store. Jane looks very tired. I sometimes go to bed by 12 a.m. The initial sentence, Favor saw her mother yesterday, talks about the adverb of time, answering the question when. Yesterday is giving us more information about the verb saw, meaning the adverb yesterday is modifying the verb saw. Number 2, we have the adverb of place, which is there, modifying the verb put, which gives us the answer to the question where. Number 3, we have the sentence, he ran quickly to the store. Quickly is the adverb, giving us information about the verb ran. This sentence talks about how. How he ran. He ran quickly. Number 4, Jane looks very tired. Very is modifying the adjective tired. Very tired shows the degree of how tired Jane appeared. Number 5, I sometimes go to bed by 12 a.m. This answers the question how often, indicating adverb of frequency. The adverb here is sometimes, modifying the verb go. As we saw in these examples, adverbs are divided into 5. They are categorized into adverb of manner, degree, place, time, and frequency. Adverbs of manner describe how an action is performed and modify verbs. They often end in ly. However, there are exceptions to this. They include quickly, slowly, carefully, happily, loudly, well, hard, fast. Examples: they handled the vase carefully. The child played happily. The adverbs in these sentences provide more detail about the way the actions were done. Adverbs of degree modify adjectives, verbs, or other adverbs to express the intensity, extent, or degree of something. They answer the questions to what extent or how much. They include very, quite, almost, to, enough, completely, barely. Here are some examples. He could barely hear the speaker. She almost finished the food. These adverbs provide more precision and detail about the intensity of the situation or action described. Adverbs of place indicate where an action occurred or where something is positioned. They answer the question where and can refer to specific or general locations. They include everywhere, here, there, upstairs, downstairs, outside, inside, nearby, above, away. Examples we have: the teenagers are playing outside. We looked everywhere for the pencil. These adverbs give more information about the location or direction related to the action. Adverbs of time describe when an action occurred or its duration and frequency. They answer the questions when or how long. They include recently, still, yet, already, lately, soon, tomorrow, today, yesterday, now. Examples include: I have been feeling tired lately. He has already finished the project. These adverbs help specify the timing or duration of an action. Adverbs of frequency describe how often an action occurs. They answer the question how often and can refer to definite or indefinite frequencies. Examples of definite frequency include daily, weekly, monthly, annually. For indefinite frequency, they include always, usually, often, sometimes, barely, never, frequently, occasionally. Example we have: we meet weekly for discussions. They usually have dinner together. These adverbs help describe the regularity or reoccurrence of an action. In addition to these adverbs, we also have linking adverbs. They are used to connect ideas or clauses in a sentence. They show relationship between statements such as cause and effect, contrast, or sequence. Why these adverbs don't modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, they help to organize ideas in writing and speech. They don't neatly fit into the traditional adverb categories like manner, time, place, degree, or frequency, but they can share some functional overlap with adverbs of time or cause and effect in specific contexts. Some linking adverbs include first, then, next, finally, therefore, thus, hence, consequently, however, nevertheless, nonetheless. For example, he studied hard, however, he didn't pass the exam. It rained heavily, therefore, the match was cancelled. Whilst linking adverbs serve as a distinct role in connecting ideas, they can sometimes overlap with other adverb types based on the relationship they indicate: time, cause, effect, contrast. However, their primary function as connectors of ideas sets them apart from the other categories. Another adverb would be adverbs of opinion. They are used to express the speaker's attitude or viewpoint regarding an action, event, or situation. They provide commentary and help to convey feelings, beliefs, or judgments. They include fortunately, unfortunately, clearly, honestly, obviously, surprisingly, essentially, ultimately, sadly, undoubtedly. For example, unfortunately, we ran out of time. Honestly, I think this movie was overrated. Note that the most important adverbs are the five that we earlier discussed: adverbs of manner, degree, place, time, and frequency. Before we proceed, I'd like you to answer these questions indicating the adverb types. You can pause the video to answer them. I believe you got the answers correctly. Now that you know how to identify adverbs, let's talk about comparative and superlative forms and how to identify the mistakes when using them. Adverbs can be modified to show comparison, just like adjectives. They have comparative and superlative forms. Here is how they work. Comparative adverbs are used to compare two actions and often end in er or use more before the adverb. For example, fast, faster, quick, more quickly, easily, more easily. Examples include: she runs faster than her brother. She solved the problem more easily than I did. Superlative adverbs are used to compare three or more actions and typically end in est or use most before the adverb. Examples: fast, fastest, quickly, most quickly, easily, most easily. Examples include: she is the fastest runner on the team. She solved the problem most easily among her peers. In these sentences, notice that comparative forms were used to compare two actions, e.g., fast, faster, quickly, more quickly, whilst the superlative form were used to compare three or more actions, e.g., fast, faster, fastest, quickly, more quickly, most quickly. Bear in mind that these adverbs can also be called regular adverbs because they follow a consistent, predictable pattern in their formation. Specifically, most regular adverbs are created by adding the suffix ly to the base form of an adjective. These makes their formation regular or standard compared to irregular adverbs, which do not follow a consistent rule. Note: one-syllable adverb typically form the comparative by adding er and the superlative by adding est, whilst two-syllable or three form their comparative or superlative by using more or most. Let's look at these examples. For one-syllable adverb, we have had, hadder, hardest. Whilst for two-syllable adverb, we have carefully, more carefully, most carefully. This is where students make mistakes when it comes to adding er, est, more, or most. There are also regular and irregular adverbs. They include little, less, least, badly, worse, worst, well, better, best, far, farther, further. Notice, whilst regular adverbs follow a consistent pattern for their comparative and superlative forms, irregular adverbs have unique comparative and superlative forms that don't follow the regular pattern. To proceed, we will be looking at the position of adverb in a sentence. A great deal of students make mistakes, especially in this area. I'd like you to pay keen attention as we talk about it. Adverbs can appear in three different places within a sentence: the beginning, middle, or end. How do you know when to place adverbs at the beginning, middle, or end? Number one, adverbs at the beginning of a sentence. When adverbs are placed at the beginning of a sentence, they often serve specific purposes, such as emphasizing time, frequency, opinion, or connecting ideas between sentences. Examples: yesterday, I went to the market. Sometimes he forgets to lock the door. By placing adverbs at the beginning, you can highlight certain aspects of a sentence and guide the reader or listener's focus. Number two, adverbs in the middle of a sentence. When adverbs are placed in the middle of a sentence, they modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, often indicating frequency, degree, or manner. The middle position is generally before the main verb, after the subject, or after an auxiliary verb. Examples: she often visits her grandmother. The adverb in the sentence is before the main verb. He has never been late to class. The adverb is after the auxiliary verb. I fully understand the problem. He is quite confident. I am not completely sure about the answer. Using adverbs in the middle of sentences helps provide clarity on how often or to what extent actions occur, making the sentence more precise and specific. Finally, adverbs placed at the end of a sentence. Adverbs placed at the end of a sentence often serve to modify the verb, providing information about manner, place, time, or frequency. This position can clarify the action's context and is commonly used in everyday speech and writing. Examples: she sings beautifully. We will meet there. I will see you tomorrow. He exercises daily. Using adverbs at the end of sentences helps to clarify the action, making your writing and speech more effective and engaging. With this, we have come to the end of this lesson. I trust that you got value. Do well to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our exquisite channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.